where do we begin with the story, eh?
Well, it's been a long journey. many years. How many years was it actually? It's more than a decade.
Yeah, I think, okay, so we together had a band, okay, called Sang-Froid. And so, look, the both of us have been in the television industries, cameraman, I'm a cameraman, and we've done all sorts of things, but we've never really had the time to get involved in our big passion, which is music.
Yes,
Because
yeah,
I'd started Sang-Froid probably. Then the band was probably 9 years.
Yeah,
Then
well, we were in Sang-Froid together for 7 years.
7
I know
years.
definitely for a fact.
Over the years, we've done quite a few recordings of our material, but in the beginning, there was my daughter on keyboards. When we started, there was Etienne on bass, there was Adrian Orion on drums, myself, younger me, and then Brian Gibson came in on drums. Barry unfortunately not with us anymore, he passed away, sadly. Then we evolved, and that's the younger Jacks. That's where you came into the picture. And Willem on guitar, and then that was Nadia. She was doing vocals for us. First time we had female vocalists. The final time we evolved was when we were doing our last live gigs. We had Bronwyn on vocals, and Quentin came in on drums.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think.
Oh, and I was also there.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's right. Because that one song we did now,
Yes,
Exposed, is
yeah.
actually your song.
Yeah.
And there was one song we never really got to perform live
We
much.
did at Roxy's Rhythm Bar.
A little bit,
and
yeah.
we, yeah.
You always read my mind for free. I can never make you see.
The thing that distinguished our music was that we never really played covers. Okay, Nadia, she did some covers and things, but essentially we used to write our own music.
Yeah,
And
like we still do.
like we still do. That's true. But the thing is, because of our passions for doing television and so forth, we never had if you really want to be successful in the music industry, you've got to be 100% at it. So we couldn't be that. Yeah, we wrote these songs, but the full potential of these songs never really came to fruition until you found Suno.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like a religion now. Or did Suno find me?
I think
But,
I know we're going to get into a lot of trouble over this with the musicians and everybody. But guys, be open-minded a little bit here, because this is Suno, something that has really changed our lives. I mean, it has really helped our lives.
we had ideas sitting there for years and years.
Yes.
And we were like fiddling with them, and then eventually the band didn't carry on, and then we took those ideas that were just sitting there, and we, like, one song needed just one extra thing, or just another part, or the arrangement needed to change.
Yeah.
And with Suno, that whole process became so much easier. It was like a total eye-opener. Or was it an ear-opener?
Yeah, well, it is an eye-opener, because in the sense that it could take the integrity of the song. We could keep our lyrics.
Yeah, and
we
the
could
main
keep
melody.
The main melody line we could keep.
Yeah.
And that was, but what Suno really did was provide us with these other musicians that just put the pro touch to it, you know what I mean? So it's still our music.
'Cause I'm just easy as an afternoon, not affected by the shades.
I mean, it's still original work, and we're just basically using AI to help us out.
You
when we need
enhanced it, yeah.
And also, we don't have budgets for studio session musicians, and sometimes we need other instruments.
Yeah.
And we can't play everything at once.
You never let it out. You never keep it.
And then we also then take it still to a DAW, a digital audio workstation, which is Ableton Live, which we purchased, and that is a powerful tool as well on its own. Even just Ableton is an amazing
I
tool.
wonder if we shouldn't go to the studio. Maybe you can just show us a little bit how you.
Yeah, because I
got
think
to
most
this.
people think you just press a few buttons and you write.
And it gives you back the song.
Or you chat GPT, make me a song, and
Yeah.
then you've got the lyrics, and then you just, there it goes, and it's awesome. It doesn't work like that.
Exactly. This is our studio. Who would have thought? Your flat.
Very high tech, eh?
High tech, but for real, this is how it works.
And by the way, this is how you drop the ball. I know that's lame, sorry, but I had to do it. Anyway, so over here. Okay. So basically we start with your voice and your rhythm section, and then we put it into Suno, and then we add instruments, we change instruments. Like sometimes I layer my own rhythm guitar, acoustic guitar into the mix. Sometimes you do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I add a lead piece. Sometimes I take that lead piece back to Suno and make it pop even better.
Yeah.
Or get a twist. I'll prompt it and say, I like this, but what if it can sound like this? And then it comes out differently, and then I will relayer it in here. But it's like, it's a very, as you know, it's not a matter of just prompting stuff. And I mean, Suno, if you go to Suno, let's open that. I've got it open actually here. This is one that we've just, it's one of our oldest songs, which isn't a song, it's an instrumental. And if you listen to
I use this one for the
Carlo, this is
for
Carlo,
Carlo, which is for the credits. If you look at the credits,
yeah.
we literally, I mean,
So
can you
I'll
play the original song? Play the original song.
I used this as inspiration. This is the original recording, which was done many, many years ago. I'll play a little piece of that.
Yeah.
Quiet. Okay, now that's the original recording. Okay, so that was done multi-track, no AI, nothing, many years ago. This is after I fed it into Suno and changed the flavor up a bit. Yeah, it's the beginning. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it kind of like fleshed out the guitar a little, the same notes. So it's using the same notes that you played.
It's exactly the same thing. It's just that I asked it to make the guitar thicker. This is because when we recorded it, it was with a Fender, and this is more like a Gibson kind of sound.
Yeah.
And yeah, so my mind's changed over the years, yours as well.
Yeah.
And things are more modern now. So
yeah, and I think it filled in a lot of the spaces of the music as well.
It added some bed of keys, some synths in there. I prompted it to put a bit of a house flavor to it.
Yeah.
And we added all those extra tracks.
Yeah. So, but Jacks, also, if you think about it, when we started, remember when you were still experimenting with Suno, the music used to be, it was very dependent upon them, okay? And even the vocals, I mean, that was Turn Your World Around, Something's Perfect, songs like, even that one that I wrote for Monette's grandmother, which is the last one on the track.
It's a beautiful story, actually.
Yeah, Hello to Light.
Hello to Light.
So there we used another voice to it, but then Suno then kind of like let us use, and you've learned how to.
Basically, I've learned how to prompt to what we wanted to. What you asked before was like more like a country feel, and you wanted like a voice that was like thick and more sort of like a cowboy kind of voice. I don't know how to explain it.
Going on a journey, you're gonna ride away. Some take the ferry, others ride a plane.
It came out absolutely perfect, and we made it into a duet. So there's a male vocalist and a female.
Yes.
It comes in that works beautifully.
Close your eyes, hello to light, and say goodbye. See you again on the road of life.
Then as you evolved and time went on towards the last song, which was, what's that funky one?
Got the feeling, and by this time, not only did the skill set change, this side, but also the software. Suno has had 2 version upgrades already, so the software is also improved.
Okay, I mean, and what did they do now?
They added quite a couple of things. They made stem separation better. They gave you the tool to basically clone your voice.
That's right.
and create a signature, basically like your own
right.
sound, and keep it consistent across tracks, which we didn't have at the beginning.
Yeah.
It is very handy to have now.
So I remember what happened was I came in here and I had to re-sing it because there were little things that vocalist was doing that I had to know. You like stretched me now.
You learned from it.
Yeah, I learned from it because I had to now sing like that vocalist. So what you ended up with was truly my voice lying in there with a few little tweaks to make me sound a little more pro. You know what I mean?
And also you learned some techniques that you didn't.
Exactly.
Even I, for instance, would say to you, shape your mouth differently. Put it in the
Exactly.
front, put it in the back. And,
Yeah.
there are techniques that vocalists use.
And if guitarists and other musicians would just recognize that what Suno is doing is actually helping. So it's improving your skills and things. And if we had the band again, imagine if we played live. I mean, if we played live.
I actually think we will be playing live. I believe we will.
Dude, I'm 64.
Doesn't matter.
How can it be
You're
like?
160. Doesn't well, if you're still alive, we can do it.
God help us, please. I love it just the way it is. He is.
But Jacks, what Suno has given us is actually amazing because we could write music which we couldn't finish. And they've helped us to perfect it. And actually we leave it as a legacy because I'm 64 now. Within 24, maybe 30 years from now, I won't be here anymore, but the music will last forever. And it's going to last on Spotify, it's going to last on all of those platforms that Ditto has put it out there. And actually what we've done, and some people get happiness, joy out of it.
Some people get inspired by
it. And if anything from this video, I hope you take that away with you. And if you people there, anybody, if you can write a poem, if you can put a few notes together or something that's gone in your head over and over and over, get involved with Suno and you'll see what magic it brings to your life.